The journey from the village to the city was never just about distance, it was a passage to a new life. Emily Manasseh had always dreamed of something bigger, something better. She was bright, beautiful, and full of hope. Her parents had sacrificed everything to send her to Harare, Zimbabwe's vibrant capital city. To them, Emily represented the future they could never have. The university was everything Emily had imagined: towering buildings, lecture halls filled with knowledge, students from all walks of life. It was here, on this sprawling campus, that she believed her dreams would take flight. But dreams, like the heart, are fragile, and sometimes, they are shattered by the weight of unexpected truths. It was at a university symposium that Emily first saw Minister Tawanda Chawa. He wasn't just a man in a suit, he was a force. Charismatic. Powerful. His words carried the weight of authority, but it was his eyes, the way he looked at you as if you were the only one in the room, that truly captivated Emily. Emily had never been around such power before. When he spoke, it felt like the world paused. She knew he was a man who could change her life, and he did. He started with small things, a compliment here, a kind gesture there. Soon, those gestures turned into lavish gifts, jewelry, designer clothes, dinners in the finest restaurants. Everything Emily had dreamed of was suddenly within her reach. He told her she was special, that she deserved the world. And for Emily, who had always lived with the sting of poverty, his promises seemed like a dream too good to be true. But love, or what she thought was love, has a way of making even the most impossible things feel like reality. But as Emily's relationship with the minister deepened, she began to notice things that didn't add up. The late-night calls, the hidden smiles when he introduced her to his or family. She was naive, too blinded by her own desires to question what was truly happening. It wasn't until she met his wives, 3 women who smiled coldly as they looked her over, that the truth began to surface. This wasn't love. This was something else. Emily was just another part of his game. The minister had many faces, and none of them were what they seemed. His wives, they had accepted their role in his world, but Emily had no place here. She was a fleeting distraction, a young woman caught in the web of a powerful man who promised her everything and gave her nothing but heartbreak. By the end of the semester, Emily's body began to betray her. The nausea, the fatigue, the fever that wouldn't go away. She told herself it was just stress, the pressure of school, the pressure of living up to the life she had been promised. But when she went to the campus clinic, seeking answers, the diagnosis she received would change everything. Pregnant. And HIV positive. The 2 words hit her like a freight train. She had been so caught up in the life the minister had given her. But now, the price had come due. The news tore through her like wildfire, consuming every part of her. Alone in her dorm room, Emily tried to numb the pain with pills. The weight of betrayal, the humiliation of being deceived by the one person she had trusted, it was more than she could bear. She was lost, spiraling deeper into a world of shadows and numbness. But even in the darkest of times, there is always a spark of light. Emily didn't know it yet, but help was coming. Her friends, the nurses at the university clinic, her family, they were the light she needed to find her way back. The nurses at the clinic didn't judge her. They listened. They understood. Emily was not alone. Slowly, with their support, she started the difficult journey of healing. It wasn't easy. Some days, the pain seemed unbearable. But she learned to speak about her trauma, to confront her fears, to face the consequences of her actions and rebuild her life. Her parents, who had sent her away to build a better life, didn't know the full truth until the day Emily returned home, pregnant and broken. But when she saw the worry in their eyes, she knew that love was still there. They didn't ask questions. They didn't blame her. They just held her and helped her pick up the pieces. In time, Emily learned that healing wasn't just about the absence of pain. It was about strength. It was about choosing to rise, even when everything around you seems to fall apart. She found her strength in her family, in her friends, in the community that had embraced her when she was at her lowest. Now, as Emily stands before the students at the university, she is no longer the naive young girl who was swept away by false promises. She's a survivor. She's a voice for others who are struggling, for those who have been betrayed, for those who are learning to heal. And though her journey is far from over, she knows one thing for sure: the future belongs to those who choose to rise again, no matter how many times they fall. The road ahead is long, and the scars of the past may never fully fade. But Emily has learned that no matter what the world throws at you, you are never truly broken. You are always capable of rebuilding, always capable of finding your way back to the light.